What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one never knows best, and in today's video I want to talk to you guys all about Trunks, because our sword boy right here actually got a lot of changes and really good buffs in the latest and potential final patch for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now, as for my thoughts and impressions on the patch overall in the game, well, you could look to my Twitter if you really care to know. But I'm not here to discuss that today. I'm here to discuss all the changes that Trunks got, because there's a lot of them, and there's some pretty damn good ones. And most of them, if not all of them, are things that I've always wanted to see for this character, and things that I feel like he needed for quite some time now, and he's finally starting to catch up to speed with the rest of the roster. So, first things first, I think I'm going to just go through the changes with you guys in the order that they're listed on the patch notes. So let's just jump straight in. And the first thing is his auto combo. His auto combo has buffed range on the third hit of the 5LLL. And as you can see, it is now full screen. Also, if I pause real quick and look over at the invincibility, you can see it is actually fully invul, which means in scramble situations or against super dash and some assists and whatnot, you're pretty much going to beat that out and just straight up get a combo for it. And, you know, yeah, you're going to do this a chunk of damage as well. And so, for example, let's say I were to set the computer to super dash at me after they block or something, right? Let's just throw my assist at them just to demonstrate this. I have them block 18 and then super dash. Yeah, you're just gonna, you're fully invul, you're just gonna get the combo, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I can even see you doing this in neutral, like if you want to jail them, like you just call an assist and, you know what I'm saying, get your pressure going or whatever. That's a thing. And like I said, I feel like this is gonna be strongest in scrambles more than anything else. Maybe I should start throwing it out a lot more. I don't know. Janema has a change very much like this, where he does his full screen, where he has an auto combo that's full screen, and I think his is fully invulnerable as well. So you're probably gonna see a bit more of that. But yeah, that's probably the least exciting change I would say that the character has. The next one is much more exciting for me personally, because this is something that I've outright asked for a while now, and he finally got it, and that's the change to his 5S. His 5S is now faster, has more hit stun, and a different like kind of blowback animation to it. And this makes it significantly easier to hit confirm it and then get your full combo, whether that's, you know, you want to do something simple like that, or you wanted to do the you know, the old vanish combo where you go into auto combo, and of course I drop it because I'm trying to demonstrate something for a YouTube video, but y'all know the combo, y'all seen me do this a million times. There you go, bum bum bum, so on and so forth, right? And then you can just do JS into 236L now, because that's something they gave him in the last patch where we finally get sliding knockdown anywhere. But what's even better than the old vanish combo that you can now get is the fact that because of the hit stun and the blowback change of his 5S, it now combos straight up into Masenko, which is great because you already do this a lot, or at least I already do this a lot for a frame trap anyway, right? But now it just straight up combos, making it even easier to hit confirm. And as you guys know, you can now super dash off beams in this game, and now you get a full combo knockdown into your assist, and you retain your smash, so you get more corner carry, you still get your sliding knockdown and all that good stuff. But to take it a step even further, you also get re-jumps off of beams if you're nice with it. Now that being said, Trunks in general is much harder to re-jump with than other characters, at least for me personally, which is why a lot of times you guys see me play this character, I do this re-jump because it's actually easier. There's normal re-jump. It also just looks really cool. You know what I'm saying? I like doing the X flip just for the style points. Let's see if I can pull this off. I'll give it a couple of tries, but you're probably not gonna see me pull this off because for whatever reason with Trunks, it's way harder to re-jump. I'm gonna give it a couple of tries, almost there. But you can re-jump off of this. I have not been practicing the game. My hands are out of shape, and I obviously haven't practiced this in particular. But this video isn't really here to showcase combos. I mean, I'm going to show some combo stuff, but I'm not here to like demonstrate all the new mixes and combos that you can do. More so just talk about the changes and show you some application, but not all the application, because I don't know it all yet, and I haven't practiced it all yet. But you can re-jump here. It's really difficult and inconsistent for me. Maybe if you're nicer and more in practice, you can do it, but I assure you that it can happen. In fact, if I'm not too lazy, I'll insert a clip of me doing it. I just don't want to sit here and waste too much time of failing it and doing it over and over, but you can do it. Now, there's a few changes that kind of go hand in hand with each other, but one of the next changes that he got is a buff to his JS. This also has adjusted blowback on hit, and at first I was like, oh, okay, so I'm just going to be able to like JS and super dash off at point blank. Not quite, but that's a change that we'll get to later. First, I kind of want to talk to you guys about the Shining Slash, because as you guys know, he has this pretty quick overhead, gives you sliding knockdown. If you want to combo off of it, you can by doing a vanish, right? But I personally always felt like he should have a wall bounce off the EX version, and I can't believe they did it, but they did it. They gave him a wall bounce off not only the EX but also the medium. Now again, this could be something that comes with more practice. It really feels like you should be able to get a 2M here, but I just haven't been able to get it to connect. The only thing I found that you can connect here is 5H, which again you can re-jump off this if you want to, or just do a simple knockdown into your assist or whatever. Obviously the only way you're gonna get sliding knockdown after this is if you Dragon Rush off an assist or do vanish into DR, because you're obviously using your sliding knockdown with the Shining Slash itself. But you can get a 5H, or I dropped it there, but you can get 5S into Masenko as well with this. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. And yeah. And you still keep your smash. You still keep your smash. Wait, do you keep your smash off the heavy version? Is it just the medium one? Or hold on, let me see real quick. I have to double check here because I haven't checked this. Boom, boom. You do still keep your smash, so you can EX flip off this if you want, and then do something like this. Like I said, you're gonna have to vanish into DR or use an assist into DR to still get your sliding knockdown. But yeah, you can convert that into a full combo. So if it's gonna kill, you know what I'm saying? Like if you just need a little extra something, that is something that you can in fact do now. And in the corner, actually, I haven't tried this in the corner. Can I just do like a 5M or something here? Yeah, you can, and you still keep your smash. Oh, that's kind of nice. Nice. I hadn't even thought about using it in the corner, and I use it in the corner all the time. So yeah, there's that. Also, they buffed his flips. So J214L now has an adjusted distance when the opponent is taking damage. So when you do it in the middle of a combo, you'll see that he flies forward a lot more. Now, what I will say is that Trunks used to have some combo routes and a couple of setups that made use of his J214L that kind of don't work anymore. So it's a buff and a nerf, kind of, sorta. And what I mean by this is, for example, you guys know that what I used to do after a combo, right? A lot of times it's in the corner or mid screen, you would do 214L and into a jump light to cancel out of it, and then you do medium shining slash, and that would give you a safe jump, right? It can't be 2H, it can't be DP'd, it can't be level 3'd. That doesn't really work anymore, unless maybe, yeah, it's just, it doesn't work anymore just because of how much further you travel. And then he also used to have a combo route where it was like something like that, right? Where you, I did it before in a video, but it's not something I incorporated into my normal play. But basically it doesn't work anymore because you fly too far forward, so now you can't get the 214L into the jump medium anymore. Or maybe you can with some more practice in a slightly different route, I don't know. But the route that I know doesn't work anymore. But what this does mean is that because of the adjustment to his JS, right, and the adjustment to the J214L during a combo, you can now do stuff like this mid-screen. Which is funny that they gave him this, but he now gets the ender to his corner combo anywhere on screen, which to me is really sick. And it's funny that they give him this after all these years, after they finally gave him the ability to just do JS into 236L, which I guess is still going to be better for some of those longer combos, right, as a combo ender. But yeah, not only can you do the light shining slash, but you can also do the medium shining slash mid-screen now. If you're just doing like a pretty simple combo, your universal B and B, you're gonna be able to end it the same way that you would in the corner, which to me is really, really cool. I know I said I wasn't gonna focus too much on combos in this video, but this one is important because when I was streaming and I was going through the changes and stuff, I remember I had a lot of people coming into my chat telling me, oh, they ruined his corner combo doesn't work anymore. And at first I was kind of confused because I was like, what? I just did it. But I realized now that it's not auto-timed anymore. Before you would just do 5S straight up into change the future and you would get the smash into his combo. This combo still works, but the difference is now you have to slightly delay. You have to slightly delay change the future. It's not too difficult. It's still pretty consistent. I can pretty reliably still do this. It's just one of those things you're gonna have to, you know, for the first couple of days or whatever, you're just gonna have to remember, oh, I gotta slightly delay it a little bit, and then you'll be fine. I promise it's not hard. If you can do the combo before, you're still gonna be able to do it. So there is that. I just want to note that because you do have to make a slight adjustment. It's not a huge one, but it is a noteworthy one because before it just used to be auto-timed and it's not auto-timed anymore. You're gonna have to add that slight delay if you still want this combo, but it does still work. Going back to his flips, however, there's a couple other buffs to it. So for one, they have less landing recovery. So now when you do a flip, you are recovering faster than you did before, which is a pretty good buff. But also, it took another page out of the Ultimate DBFZ mod where they made it to now you can air dash out of his flips, which is going to be pretty nasty for certain mix-ups and stuff. Again, I haven't practiced or labbed many of the mix-ups, and I'm not really here to demonstrate the type of mix-ups you can get. But you're gonna get some pretty grimy stuff, and I'm sure a player like Skeezer's already been in the lab and probably has some clips on Twitter. Which if I'm not lazy while editing, I'll show you something because I am certain that if I pull up Skeezer's Twitter, which if you guys aren't familiar with who he is, he's just like a really technical DBFZ player who's played Trunks for a while as well, and is always pulling off like really crazy mix-ups and stuff with the character. But yeah, I'm sure he's got some crazy stuff to showcase with that. But yeah, so that's also worth noting. And this applies to all of his flips. All his flips, medium, heavy, you can air dash out of all of them now. So it's a pretty welcome change. Again, not here to focus too much on combos, but this is another one that I feel like is worth noting because before, you guys know that one of Trunks' biggest issues has always been the amount of resource he has to spend in order to succeed, right? He gets a pretty good mix-up off his level 3, but getting level 3 mid-screen has always been a bit of a pain. You have to spend so much meter to do it, and the meme is like you have to spend 4.5 bars to screw up a Trunks mix-up, right? Post level 3. Before, to get level 3 mid-screen, you would usually do something like this, where you do Key Blast, EX Flip, JM, JH, and then you would do level 3 and you get the side switch. Sometimes that's not what you want, because you don't want to put them in the corner, because you still want the mix-up post, you know, with the TK flip and whatnot. But now, because of the changes to his JS and the Cyclone flip, you can actually get that still, but what you do instead is light flip, JL, JH, and I dropped level 3. But you can do it meterless now. You don't have to spend an extra half a bar off EX flip. You can just use regular light flip, and you do JL, JH, and you get the same exact effect that you did before. And I drop it again, because again, I horrible at demonstrating stuff like off the cuff, but you saw it. There you go, into level 3. So that's very cool. That's very cool. However, there's more. There's more. There's more changes with level 3. We'll get to that in just a moment. Actually, let's talk real quick about his level 1. So his burning attack is actually significantly faster now. And this is really worthwhile and noteworthy, because again, this is another huge quality of life improvement for him that I've wanted for quite some time. Trunks actually used to have a bit of an issue DHCing into some of the other characters, because his was kind of slow-ish. And I think if I go like full screen, maybe I can still force it to happen. Maybe if I like do a combo and then knock down from full screen, I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Just from back here, right? It should, yeah, there we go. So what would happen before is that the level 1 would whiff a lot of times when you go into a level 3 cinematic. So since I play 18 in Bardock, you've seen this happen a lot, where I would try to call the level 1 at the right time and then DHC, because if you wait too long, then what will happen is that a character like Android 18 or Bardock will go right under the character, because they kind of get popped up by burning attack. And if you do it too fast, then they go straight to the cinematic and the level 1 just goes right by them. And this is something that I've talked about time and time again with this character. Since they sped it up, and not only did they speed it up, they actually adjusted the amount of hit stun that it has, so they don't pop up quite as quickly. They made it significantly easier to DHC into, so now you can like properly hit confirm it and then safely DHC into your next character. So I'm gonna hit him with level 1. Okay, I can clearly see that hit, and then I can go into level 3. With the old timing and the old hit stun, that would have whiffed. Waiting that long, I definitely would have whiffed that level 3. Now it becomes much easier to do. And that, again, that's just a huge quality of life improvement for the character, and something that I welcome with open arms. Now, this next change blew my mind. Trunks now has 2 different level 3s, okay? He has 2 of them. It's the same thing, but this is his regular level 3. You do 2 and 4, light plus medium. This is level 3. You know, it doesn't have the best range in the world, but it's a command grab. And when you do it raw and it's fully unskilled, it does a ton of damage. It makes people think his level 3 is way stronger than it actually is, because when you just do it as a command grab, it does 5,000 damage, right? However, one of the big issues has always been the range of this super. So check this out, right? Something that comes up a lot with Trunks, right? You have somebody in the corner, you're applying your pressure, whatever. I guess I don't have him set to block, but it doesn't really matter. And then you finally crack their dome piece with a light shining slash. A lot of times what you want to do is immediately go into level 3, but it whiffs, right? Now they've made this a lot easier to do, but what you have to do if you wanted to combo here is that you have to do a slight micro dash, right? They've made it a lot easier, but it can still be very easy to drop. It's something that like in tournament matches or like against like more serious players, whatever, I don't even go for it. Like I normally just don't even do it, just because it's so easy to drop. Like I can do it, I can. It's pretty consistent if you're nice, but I know that I'm not nice like that. However, that is no longer an issue, because they added in that if you use his level 3 using H plus S, so your super dash, he has significantly more range. So off of something like a light shining slash in the corner, you can just straight up do it with no worry, no micro dash, anything like that. Once again, just a huge quality of life improvement for the character. I'm sure you're wondering now if that means that if I just do like a regular combo, can he get his level 3 mid screen? And the answer is yes and no. If you do key blast into light flip, light, bum, 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 you can actually do a dash into his level 3. A little bit of execution, just a little bit of execution behind it. It's not the hardest thing in the world to do, but I could definitely see some like less, experienced players with the character that struggle to do that a tiny bit. But it's more or less as difficult, I guess, as doing. Well, I would say it's a little easier. I would say it's a little easier than doing like shining slash into his level 3 was or is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you could definitely still screw it up. But like I said, if you want to play it safe, you can still just vanish, EX flip, or light flip and get the side switch and get a level 3 off that way. But again, very welcome change for me, something that I could see myself consistently pulling off and doing. And it's just like, it's just something I feel like he's needed for a very long time. It's something he's needed for a long time. Oh, one more thing I want to note in terms of combos. I'm sure some people might be curious. You've probably already tried it out for yourself if this is a combo that you do or are capable of doing. But with the changes like his JS and like his flip, like in combos, this combo does still work. I never do this combo. I can do it. I haven't practiced it. It might take me a couple of tries, but I did it once for a video just for the style points. But his like key blast, I can show you better than I can tell you. This combo right here, boom, boom. Right, you know what I'm saying? That combo, it still works. It still works. This isn't like part of my regular BNB. It is something that I can do. If I practice it, I'd probably be able to pull it off consistently. And maybe I should, because this combo is pretty sick. But yeah, you can do that a couple of times into the slash, whatever. You can still get JS into 2360 for sliding knockdown, or depending on how long you can the combo, knockdown into assist, and then get a dragon rush, or just use EX shining slash. But that does still work. That does still work. I don't know why I didn't try incorporating this into like my regular arsenal, because this is a really sick combo. It's not that hard either. Like, it takes some getting used to, I guess, but I don't know why I don't do this. I don't know. You know, actually, no. You know why I don't do this? It's because we don't have rollback yet. That's why I don't do that combo. I don't do that combo because we don't have rollback yet. If we had rollback, I would probably do it a lot more. But something like that, I ain't trying to be inconsistent with, even though it does look really, really cool. But I think that just about wraps up everything. There might have been some stuff that I forgot about or left out, but those are all of the changes and the things that I felt like that were most important, noteworthy, and the most exciting with this character. Like I said, I'm sure there's new combo routes. I'm sure there's new mix-ups, things like that. That wasn't necessarily what this video was about. I just kind of want to give you guys a rundown on like basically what I discovered and what the character is capable of doing now, just in terms of just like changes that he just always needed and now he can actually do, like quality of life stuff mostly, but it just feels like he's actually part of the roster now. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, this game is insane at this point. Characters are doing way crazier stuff than what Trunks is doing, and he's still like a pretty high effort character for reward that's not as great as what some other characters get. But I can't be too upset because the things that he got are things that I've been asking for a while, and it's about time. Like LeBron said, it's about, oh, there's that re-jump. It's about time. Nice. Into level 3, you know what I'm saying? You just easily do the H+S. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it. That's gonna wrap this video up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. And also, if there's any new Trunks sauce that you discovered that you want to put me onto, feel free to do so. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all this content I'm bringing you. With all that being said, that's pretty much off today. And remember, nothing can happen until you swing the bat. Later.